For the second time this season, the Gatorade Cup Series heads out to Denver, Colorado at the Denver Motorsports Park. But this time, we're not racing around the oval version of the racetrack. This time, we're going to the road course version built within the racetrack. This is the Nationwide 300 Chase Race number 6 in the Gatorade Cup Series season number 9. And points leader Levi Schoens has the best spot to start this race. He is on the pole for today's race. Who's out 10 second, Dane Lloyd in the 19 car. Then third's Marshall Burrow, fourth is Anton Charles Bois, and rounding out the top 5 is Matt Oskin, 47 car. We have Anthony Hernandez in 6th. 7th place is Jonathan Rains, Jeff Bright in 8th. 9th is Roman Fenway, and Wyatt Walker rounds out the top 10. The rest of the field, there's Cole Luigi who's inside, car Joey the 17. Then we have Sebastian Kukulon with Eli Bright. Behind them, Derek Bouchard and Steven Taylor. Then we have Al Lagasse and Mathis Wells. Behind them, Derek Hamill and Alex Fletcher. Then there's Mitchell Collins and William Seaman. Behind them, Max Anderson and Trey Rainey. Then we have Trey Wright and Jay Jefferson, along with William Bullen and Alexander Rowe. Then there's Nathan Ormond and Colton Yo, along with Riley Sampson and Adam McDowell. Then there's Oliver Galloway and Matt Godden, along with Luke Rainey and Carter Friesen. Then there's Jonathan Buford and second in points, Jake Galloway. Then we have Tyler Fink and Griffin Lynn. And final row, Vince Vinton 95, who's outside, TJ Hanley 23, starts 42nd here in today's Nationwide 300. 6th chase race of the season. Let's get going with our starting command. Road racing in the Gatorade Cup Series chase about to be underway.
Drivers, start your engines!
And the command has been given. 42 Gatorade Cup Series engines fire up to roll off here in chase race number 6 of 12 in the Gatorade Cup Series season number 9 race for the championship. 12 laps here around Denver. Coming into this race, Levi Schoens, 92, has a 5-point gap over Jake Galloway in 11. 6 points ahead of Carter Friesen and Anthony Hernandez, and 8 points ahead of Riley Sampson and Jonathan Rains. Those drivers come in very close to one another in the points. And it could be any one of those drivers leaving with the points lead after today. Anthony Hernandez won at the oval version of this racetrack earlier in the season. He starts 6th. Levi Schoens, our pole sitter, comes as the points leader, so he has a great shot to keep that points lead after today. 12 laps, Denver Roval Racing and the Gatorade Cup Series. We saw a crazy Target Series start at this racetrack earlier in the season. How will the Gatorade Cup Series go? Green flag, road racing, and the Gatorade Cup Series chase is underway. Marshall Burrow, 37 car, powered by Levi Schoens, is trying to take the top spot away. Now into the infield section of the racetrack, off the oval part. Marshall Burrow, 37, started third, he'll lead. Burrow clearing the lead. Levi Schoens trying to get back to second here, 92, trying to get by Semi Oskin. Those are 2 chasers bound for a point right there. Schoens wants to keep it, get a great run right there through the carousel portion. Anton Charles Bois looking 3 wide. Oskin, Lloyd maybe bounce off one another. Front 2 get away. Oskin keeps 3rd. Lloyd in 4th. Anton Charles Bois 5th. And 2 chasers, Wyatt Walker, Jonathan Rains, 2 teammates as well. They bound for 6th. As Anthony has 48, trying to get clear of Roman Fenway 13. Now Jeff Bright the 9 coming to play with a 13. Jeff has the preferred corner right there. Cole Luigi inside now. 42 on the 13. That's a spot right there. Big foul going on. Hernandez, Jonathan Rains, 2 chasers. Close to one another in the points. Each want whatever points they can get here today in Denver. Rains get the preferred exit to that corner right there. He gets off it nicely. And Marshall Burrow gapped Levi Schoens right there onto the oval section. He got the oval section well. That is a great setup for the rest of this lap. Look at Jeff Bright the 9. He has a nice run there side by side from him. Where's he go though? Does he stay with his teammates? Does he try to make a move on both of them to the chicane part? And into the front stretch. Maybe some contact there between the teammates. Hernandez trying to get off the corner, but Jeff Bright steams around the 9, and Jeff Bright cleared the 48. Now Roman Fenway back for a spot on Anthony Hernandez. Marshall Burrow led lap 137 car. As currently this is the battle for the 10th position on the racetrack. Hernandez back to 10th. Colorucci 42 has a nice run for that 10th position now, as he looks low on Hernandez to turn number 1, the oval section on the racetrack. He's going to have that spot, I have to believe, with the inside right there. But up at the front, it's closing back together. 3 cars two from JTG Jordy Racing. Marshall Burrow leads. Levi Jones in second. And then Burrow's teammate Samantha Oskin up to third. So JTG Jordy Racing bringing their road course cars here to Denver, making them work. Jones looking for a run there. We're going to enter the carousel right here. There's four of the front five are chasers. Jones, Oskin, Lloyd, Anton Charlebois, Wyatt Walker. And all these chasers up towards the front. In fact, that's five of the top six, then six of the top seven because Jonathan Rain's right there. We have two non-chasers. In fact, three as Luigi's gone back. Hernandez has dropped back to 11th and on the 48 car on the fall back. In the race. Maybe that means though his car will be better for the longer haul and trying to make these positions up later in the run. By the way, we will see some pit stops here today. That could definitely shake the running order depending on how everyone does on pit road. We'll see pit stops just after the halfway point here today, so that could play some strategy in this. When do you pit? When do you not? Anton Charlebois a run on Dane Lloyd for a fourth and also for a chase point right here. This is for a point. Lloyd and Charlebois battling right now. 96 to the back of the 19. The question is, does he make the move? Here he comes down to the inside. They go side by side, entering the front stretch chicane. You have to think Charlebois got the advantage right here. Pull on the exit. Great job by the 96. Anton Charlebois cleared a fourth and gets a point right there over Danny Lloyd. Now two teammates, Wyatt Walker, Jonathan Rains. Rains to the back of the 10. Where does he go with this? The big question. It all depends on how you do on this oval section of the racetrack. You get a nice run off of the infield section. You get a nice run for the oval section. You see Rains right there. He has such a big run. Didn't want to go to the inside of the 10. He actually looked high. That might give the advantage. Jeff right to 9 looking for 7. Gets back up in line for now. Up at the front. Still the battle for second. Levi Jones. Pressured from Cement Oskin 47 car. And back here, three-way battle for 6th. Wyatt Walker holds it. Range wants it. Jeff Wright wants that. Roman Fenway Cole Luigi also up here. Here goes Sebastian Kukulani. Gets by Carter Joey for 12th. So moves to one car, one spot further forward. Carter Joey back to 13th. Steven Taylor up to 14th. As he left right kick back to 15th in the 88 car. Check the progress of second in points. Jake Gowie, the 11 car. He's not made much at all. He's currently back in the 34th position. He's kind of stuck there. Carter Freeze, another one of his championship hopefuls, back here with them. So some big names in the points, mired towards the back of the field. As Colton 099 may have had to come down the pit lane, he is off the pace in 42nd. It's all Marshall Burrows at every lap so far. Levi Jones and Matt Oskin want to keep that from happening. With Anton Charlebois up to 4th now, looks like he has a fast race car. He's getting on the front 3 at a nice pace. And Lloyd's falling back to Wyatt Walker in the 10 car. Watch that to try and be out for a top 5. That's another point as well for Wyatt Walker. And Lloyd does not want to lose any more points. All right, big kickback numbers. Jeff Wright goes off track. The 9 car to the dirt. Roman Fenway gets that spot. So the 9 Jeff Wright to surrender, but no! Fenway did not get the exit. Jeff Wright powers around the corner. He actually keeps 8th. And Fenway might actually hurt Cole Luigi right here. 42 went to the high side of the 13. Can Anthony Hernandez make a run for 10th to get back up inside the top 10? 42 car though, trying to keep that from happening. We'll get down in front of the 48. Keep that position for now. Up at the front, it's still Marshall Burrow. Levi Jones, Cement Oskin. Burrow leads his 3rd lap of the race. Anton Charlebois, currently 4th, is flying around the racetrack. Just had the fastest lap of the front 4 last time by. Lloyd had the fastest lap actually. Or excuse me, Lloyd was he was a second behind the 96. So right now the front 4 gap. Then Danny Lloyd in 5th may be holding the rest of the field up behind him. See the big separation there. This turned into a 4-car race for the win right now, or for the lead, I should say, because it won't be for the win until after we see some pit stops and where everyone cycles out from that. Currently, Marshall Burrow definitely has one of the better cars. Levi Jones has a good car. Somebody else looks like he has a good car. And Anton Charlebois as well was flying up under those front 3. So expect for maybe these 4 to try and battle. But Danny Lloyd trying to get back in the 19 here. As the 2 teammates still from Steelhouse Racing, Wyatt Walker and Jonathan Rains. They battle for 6th on the racetrack. Wyatt Walker, Jonathan Rains. 2 chasers, 2 teammates. Both want whatever points they can get out of the day. Jeff Wright. Teammate actually mentioned behind him. Not too far back. Levi Wright just inside the top 15, 88 car. And the Hendrick car we don't see up here is Nathan Warren 24. He's back in 29th inside the top 30. In fact, he's been kicked back to 30th now. Those drivers right there inside the top 30. As it's still a 3-way battle for second. Jones holds off them at Oskin. However, losing some ground to Marshall Burrow, the 37 car. It just seems like each lap it kind of changes. You know, one lap it'll fluctuate one way, the next lap it'll fluctuate the same way the next. and ends up balancing itself out in the process. So pit stops are definitely going to be where drivers win or lose this race. When they pit, how their pit stops go. Do they take tires? Do they take 2? Do they take 4? And that's going to determine basically who wins this race, who has a shot to win this race. For 10th, Anthony Ness had to run on collision. The 42 keeps that for now. Really trying to stay inside the top 10. It's been a miserable season for the Season 5 champion. Just trying to get some top 10s, get some top 5s, trying to get another victory on this season. Right here, this is close to Oskin's spin on this oval section. Looking for second on Levi Shones now. This for 12 points versus 11 points. Don't think somebody else is going to be too bashful once he gets to the back of that 92. He might give him a bump up the racetrack. Oh, but he got... I think he maybe overcooked into the corner. Had to lift and lost some time. Antoine Blanc gains on the 47 now. Back here. And these drivers are close together. 5th on back. There's not much separation between these drivers. Wyatt Walker really wants to get around Dane Lloyd right here, 19 car. But Lloyd's just doing a great job keeping his car out in front, not letting anyone get to him. Downhill, uphill. And for Marshall Burrow, he has been in control of this race ever since he made that pass on Levi Shones on lap number 1 through the oval section. Made his move down low off of turn number 2. Really helped him gain that time, get out in front. And they have not been able to really keep touch with him since that happened. If he makes a mistake, though, Shones and Szymanowski will definitely be right on him. But the problem is he's not making any mistakes. If he is making some, they're very small mistakes that aren't really going to affect him in the long haul. Right here, Shones trying to get in the draft now in this oval section. That's where he can really draft up onto a driver, get in that draft, pull onto his back bumper, try and make the move. It's all been Marshall Burrow at the front of the field. He's never won a Gatorade Cup Series race. Is today the day where that might be able to change? He has the winningest Gatorade Cup Series driver just behind him. Levi Shones 11 Gatorade Cup Series wins to this season. One in his home track and all club. The other coming at the Brickyard 400. So Shones would definitely love to win once again back on the West Coast. Here this time in Denver. He has to run down Marshall Burrow though and then find a way around him if he wants to have that happen to him. Last time he was a 10th faster. It's just not enough though. Try and get by that 37 car. And he really needs Burrow to make a mistake or something happen to that 37 or maybe wrong pitch charge to that 37. See how slow he is. I believe that 99 might be off pace. Now he's back up to pace, so I'm just wondering if he has to come down pit road off. Oskin overdrives the corner. Anton Charbot goes in for 3rd. Back here, they are log jammed right here. Jeff Bray has gained on John Thornton, who's gained on Wyatt Walker. That is really a good battle right here for about 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. These drivers trying to find ways around each other on these worn tires. They're sliding around this racetrack. Who has the run late? Who has the car late in this run to be able to make moves? We haven't really seen people make moves later in the run. We saw them all come earlier in the run. I'm interested to see if anyone can try to make moves work out. Still about the same separation at the front of the field. Go check once again. Jake Gowie came into this race 2nd in the points. He's made no progress in 34th. Car Freeze is by 35th. There's some others that are up there in the points. Riley Sampson is right now 28th on the racetrack. Trying to find some more, but don't see any more that were up there towards the top of the points. The others are pretty much for the 40. Anthony is right now 11th. Look and see Jonathan Raines in 7th. Along with Szymanowski in 3rd. Levi Shones in 2nd. All the ones pretty much towards the front of the points. We're coming by this time. Halfway done with the nationwide 300s. All been Marshall Burrow. He's led every lap so far. That's now half the race he's led. 37 in total control of this race. The question is, when does he pit? Who pits when? And what amount of tires do they take on their pit stop? That will definitely determine how this race goes. In the oval section, they've kind of gapped each other right here. This battle we saw about 6th down back to about 10th. Up here, Marshall Burrow pulled a nice gap over Levi Shones now. The gap last time by the start-finish line, it was just under 1 second back to Levi Shones. And he did a nice job that lap, pulling away from the 92. That's the farthest he's been away, but he slings a little wide right there. Marshall Burrow out a little wide there, but keeps his foot in the gas to try and get away from Levi Shones behind. Didn't cost him too much time, but those are mistakes you cannot be having late in this race. If you make too many of those, Shones will definitely pounce. This is a driver, Levi Shones, he's consistent. He knows how to get the job done when necessary. But he knows what to do behind the wheel of a Gatorade Cup Series car. Just say that. Right now, I don't know if he's too worried about getting to that 37 to win, especially the first at the Denver Roval in the Gatorade Cup Series. A win, especially, you know, in this race means a lot because third of the season. However, you got to think, do you risk going for the win, maybe wrecking yourself, wrecking someone else, and then giving up all those points? He currently has 12 points here today. He has two chasers just behind him. Oskin and Charles Bois are hot in that 92's tail. So Jones makes a mistake. Oskin can try and pounce, move to second, move to 12 points instead of 11. Anthony Charles Bois currently getting 10 points right now. Wood will get 9, Wyatt Walker 8, Jonathan Raines 7. And look right here, Anthony Jones will get 6. Carter Jody will get 5. He's in a battle with Kukulon right now. 4 points will go to Derek Hamill. And then 3 back here to Riley Sampson. 2 to Jake Galloway. 1 to Carter Friesen. It just shows how many chasers are doing so well here today to where, I mean, Wyatt Walker, Jonathan Raines getting about, what, 6 points or so here today, and he's running in the 7th position. I mean, my goodness, we've seen some chasers step up to the plate here today and try and perform well, but right now, Marshborough, the non-chaser, performing the best out of everyone, currently leading the Nationwide 300 by just under 1 second to Levi Shones with 5 laps to go. That 92 attacked that corner right there. Drove it hard, and I think Burrow was really a little cautious there. He knew last lap, he got a little wide out onto the rumble strips and cost him some time. I think that time he was very, very conservative in that corner, making sure that did not happen again. Lost him some time, however, he didn't swing wide. But right here, Shones is attacking these corners. I think that 37, the handling has gone away a little bit. Once again, he's just doing a great job out front, though. Having that track position, especially on the road course, means everything. Levi Shones, he started on the pole. He had the track position early on. However, he lost it with Marshall getting by him. He held on to second. Lucky for him, he kept Samet Oskin and Anthony Charles Bois behind him. Oskin has been right up his bumper the whole race. Anthony Charles Bois has been right up their bumper basically the whole race. We're coming to 4 to go. Pit stops are going to be imminent at this point in the race. When someone pits, that's a big question. Look at Oskin attacking Shones. Oh, he tried. He just couldn't get the power down to get beside that 92, but that allows Burrow a little bit of breathing room. 37 pulls away to a nice little gap. But when do drivers have to come down pit road for fresh rubber and a full tank of Sunoco Racing fuel? Burrow, 37, into the chicane. Oh, here they come. Burrow's in. Front 4 in. Does anyone dare stay out longer? And they're all coming down. Roman Fenway decided to stay on the racetrack with Cole Luigi. That's 2 non-chasers. Others have stayed out as well. Roman Fenway will lead the start-finish line. 13 car out in front with different strategy. 4 to go. Cole Luigi up to second. And some others as well has stayed on the racetrack. Al Lagsy up to third. Eli Bright fourth. William Seaman, his second race with Richard Childress Racing, up to fifth. Max Harrison stays out in sixth. Trey Wright in seventh. Mitchell Collins, eighth. Riley Sampson, ninth. William Bullen, 10th. Jay Jefferson, 11th. Jake Galloway stayed out. He's currently 12th. Luke Rainey, 13th. Carter Friesen, 14th. John Freeford, 15th. Matt Gahn, 16th. PJ Hanley, 17th. They all stayed out. Bell right here. Shones trying to beat Marshall Burrow out. He does. Levi Shones beats Marshall Burrow off the pit lane. 9-2. First off pit road. And Samet Oskin looking at his teammate for a second off pit road. Oskin up to speed. Now Shones solo right there. Marshall Burrow's riding his bumper. These 3 cars right now, this could be for the victory. They're starting to come up pit road. Oskin's still trying to beat Marshall Burrow off. Levi Shones and the 92 crew does their job out in front, but Burrow's riding on the bumper with Samet Oskin as well right there. Look at Burrow over the back of the 92. Now he'll look somewhere. The question is, does he look to the inside or the outside? 37 is right there. Goes a little wide through the carousel. Oskin has a run, has a nose there on the 37. 2 teammates battling right now for what we assume to be second. Oskin getting the power down. He'll move his way to second. Once again, we think that's second off pit road, but Oskin is there. Question is, Cole Luigi, Roman Fenway. Do they come down this time? Do they stay out an extra lap? I think they were banking on caution coming out maybe. We're coming to 3 to go. Fenway coming in. Cole Luigi coming in. Alex and Eli Bright. William Seaman. Now for these drivers, do they take less fuel? Do they possibly try and just take no tires or 2 tires? Try and get out faster? That could be a decision that's made. We'll have to see what they do. Fenway pin just before the start-finish line. They're taking tires. The question is, 2 tires or 4 tires? Because you're coming to 3 to go. I mean, Colucci's at 3 to go right now. 13, 2 tires and away. Question is, where's Shones and the others as they will hit the racetrack pit exit? Fenway leaves in front. Colucci leaves second. But where they cycle around versus Levi Shones and the others. 13 trying to get up to speed. Now Levi Shones 92. Here comes Semet Oskin. He's past the 92 now. Semet Oskin and Marshall Burrow as well. The 37's got around. There's Roman Fenway coming up pit road. Marshall Burrow gets it down on the racetrack. 37 crew. Out in front, his teammate Oskin's with them to second with 3 to go. Shones back to third. Lloyd fourth. Fifth is down to Charbois. Roman Fenway gains time in 6th. He's looking for 5th actually. 13 crew stays out longer, and it works out. They gain time on the racetrack, and now there's 4 cars. Hunter Blankett Lloyd has gained a ton of time in the 19 car. But now can Oskin battle with his teammate Marshall Burrow to try and get around him. Burrow's dominating here today. Can he hold off his teammate? Semet Oskin might be comfortable just running in second, getting the most points. And Oskin lost time somewhere in that out lap to where he got passed by 2 drivers right there. Can he get back in the rhythm now? Keep Danny Lloyd and Anthony Charbois behind. That's 2 more points that he could possibly lose just behind him. Fenway now back up to 6th. Wyatt Walker's having Colucci gain spot in 8th. Anthony is up to 9th, and John Thrain's falling back to 10th. So the 4 car at a bad pit stop. Same with Jeff right at the 9 is all the way back to right here, probably just inside the top 15, I would imagine. Maybe just outside the top 15. Oskin is there. Question is, where can he make the move? Back here, Charbois looked on Danny Lloyd, didn't have the run for it, backed out. Oskin maybe lost some time right there, but he's in the draft. Being this close is very helpful for that 47 on this section of the racetrack. In the draft, he can definitely draft up onto him, gain time. Look, he's faster in the straightaways. Oval section of the racetrack is where Semet Oskin thriving right now with the draft. Gains on the chicane. Here they come to the start-finish line. 2 laps remain in the nationwide third of the Denver Roval. Burrow leads Oskin and his teammate. Battle for 3rd. Lloyd getting on Shones in the 92. That's a battle for 11 points and 10 points. Charbois back to 5th. Fenway, Walker, Hernandez got around. Luigi and Reigns the top 10. Hernandez up to 8th. 48 crew did their job in pit road. They got some time. This could be a good battle for the win. 2 teammates. Oh, man. One in the chase. One looking for his first ever Gatorade Cup Series win. Oskin overstepped it right there. Got a little wide. Shones trying to get the power down to get to him, but spins his tires a little. Gives up some time. Oskin gave up some time to Burrow, but back in the gas, gaining back. Carousel. Marshall Burrow's driving the race of his career right now in the Gatorade Cup Series, even though it's not even a season old. He is driving the race of the season. Of his season. Holding off Chaser and teammate Semet Oskin. The most all-time Gatorade Cup Series winner, Levi Shones. He's held them off so far. Question is, can he do it longer? Quick update on where Jake Galloway's second in points currently runs. He has gained spots. He's up to 30th. Make it 29th now for 11. Not a good points day, as Levi Shones is up there right now, currently 3rd, 2nd in the Chasers. Well, for Marshall Burrow, he has to get off this corner well. He cannot let that 47 get closer to him on this oval section than he already is. I think he did a good job right there. Well, here they come. Burrow, Oskin, Shones, Lloyd, Charbois, Fenway. The ones within a camera sight of each other. Here they come to the chicane and to the white flag. Semet Oskin, you gotta know, he wants to get up there and challenge his teammate for the win. The question is, does he have the car to do it? Burrow's had the dominant car today. White flag. Last lap for Marshall Burrow. Looking for his first Gatorade Cup Series win. His teammate Semet Oskin by him in 2nd. Looking for a way to get up to that 37. But Burrow's been the fastest car today. Off to turns 1 and 2. 37, a nice gap over his teammate Semet Oskin. But Oskin in the draft trying to gain on the straightaways. Here they come. It's going to be a hard braking zone right here. This is where Oskin can close in. Under braking, Oskin drives it into the back of the 37. Oh, he stayed with Burrow right there. Trying to get the corner exit down. Oskin gains time on Marshall Burrow in the first half of the lap. The question is, can he gain more time on the second half of the lap? Burrow needs to be perfect. His teammate's right there. Semet Oskin is right there. Burrow, Oskin, down the hill and up the hill for the final timer today. Schoen still in third, Lloyd still in fourth, Strawball still in fifth. There's going to be some good point saves for those drivers. Oh, Oskin is closing. He just needs a little bit more out of that 47 car, and he can try and get there. If he can stay with them on this oval section, get in the draft, he can try and close in. If he can stay with them on this corner right here, needs the good corner exit. He's right there on the 37, his teammate trying to get the draft for the final time into oval turns 3 and 4. Marshall Burrow trying to hold his teammate Samet Oskin. Oskin trying to get there in the draft for the final time to the front stretch chicane. Will anything happen here? Can Oskin try and drive it hard to the corner to get there? Burrow trying to block him. Oskin trying to get there. Not enough. Teammates will finish 1-2. But for Marshall Burrow, his first ever Gatorade Cup Series win comes at the Denver Oval. Great job by Marshall Burrow today. Great job by the 37 team. They prepared a great race car. All of JTG Doherty Racing prepared a good car. Marshall Burrow holds off teammate Samet Oskin, and Burrow wins the inaugural Roval race in the Gatorade Cup Series, the Nationwide 300. Samet Oskin a good point here with the second place finish, and Levi Schoen will definitely hold on to the points and probably extend it with a third place here today. Let's go see the finishing results and the chase standings after the Denver Roval. Here are the finishing results from the Nationwide 300, the Denver Motorsports Park Road Course Edition. No caution flags during the race, and three lead changes, 3 different drivers leading laps here today. Marshall Burrow, 10 laps led here for the 37 car. Domination, got out front on the first lap, never looked back unless there were pit cycles, and Burrow wins the race over teammate Samet Oskin, who gave it his all at the end. Oskin ends up second. Levi Schoen's from the pole ends up third, and with this points day, greatly increases his points lead. Danny Lloyd in fourth, and Anton Charbois rounds up the top 5. So a lot of chasers up there towards the front of the field. Roman Fenway in 6th, Wyatt Walker, Anthony Nance, Coluigi, and Jonathan Rains are the others to finish inside the top 10. As you look at the top 20, Oskin, Schoen, Lloyd, Charbois, Walker, Hernandez, Rains, all chasers inside the top 10. That's 7 chasers that finished inside the top 10. The only non-chasers that were up there, Marshall Burrow, who wins the race, Roman Fenway in 6th, and Cole Luigi in 9th. That's 7 chasers inside the top 10. That just doesn't happen. These chasers brought their stuff here today, but for some that really needed it, like Jake Galloway and Carter Friesen, they did not bring their stuff. They started towards the back of the field. They finished back there. Derek Campbell, another chaser, had a decent day. 14th. That would normally be like, 8 points, maybe 7 points. Derek Campbell with a 14th place finish, he only gets 5 points out of the day. He was the 8th highest chaser. Look down below the top 20. Riley Sampson regains to 22nd. However, he still lost a great amount of points to Levi Schoen. Jake Galloway battles up to 29th. He lost a good amount of points as well. And then the 2 Carters, Carter Joey 36th, who was running towards the front, so obviously had a bad pit cycle, and Carter Friesen down in 37th. The 2 lowest chasers. So for Carter Joey, last race, he got 2nd place chase finish. He's now back to being the 2nd lowest chase finisher. The first 4, he was the 2nd lowest. Now second highest, and now the 2nd lowest again for the 17. At the right side are the point standings after Denver. And for Levi Schoen, he has amassed a nice points gap. 10 points over Anthony Hernandez, who was 2nd in points. And then 13 points back to Jake Galloway and Jonathan Rains. So the 92 has put together a great start to the chase so far. We are halfway done now. 6 chase races left. Can Levi Schoen hang on and win the Season 9 Gatorade Cup Series Championship? We know that after the next race, he only worries about maybe falling to 2nd. That's the lowest he can fall after next race. And because the others behind him, Rains and Galloway, they cannot gain enough. They're 13 points back. That was over a full race. Anton Charbois made a nice recovery, the 96 car, only 14 points back. Samet Oskin, Riley Sampson, they're both tied with 40 points. They're 15 points back. And look down, Carter Friesen is 16 back with 39 points. And look a little further down. So it's very close. 2nd on back. They're pretty close together. However, Levi Schoen just pulled away in the 92, but we have seen this where points leads in the middle of the chase. It doesn't matter. You can lose points so easily just as much as you can gain points so easily. So for Levi Schoen, he has to be on his A game the next 6 races, because these are some 6 crazy racetracks we're going to. Phoenix, Texas, Talladega, Rockingham, Atlanta, Homestead. Those are 6 crazy races where anything can happen. You can lose many points, you can gain many points as well at those racetracks. We'll get to chase race number 7, the next race of the Gatorade Cup Series season. We're staying on the West Coast to go to Phoenix, the Subway 500. I will see you guys then.